Welcome back, everyone. This video is so much fun for me to do because I have used the cards on the right a lot. This one is sort of special. I look at it and touch it very carefully. I was gifted this by a woman that I was reading for occasionally in a coffee shop years ago. And it's interesting, you never know what people are about. Because one day she showed up and she said, I'd like to gift you these cards. And when I opened them up, I was stunned. I never thought I would use these so much, but I have. Now, these ones here are destiny cards. And so the first three teach you about reading playing cards. And this one was interesting and easy because after you shuffle, you select three cards. And a face card of the same sex is your own personality, and if of the opposite sex, it represents an important person in your life. So this was neat. And then the next one, I guess this is card number 2 here, is a much bigger spread, but it gives you into detail as to what the meanings of those are. And these are called Dana 1991. And then it gives you another 3-card one here. If the king is a man who can be fascinating but self-centered, if it comes up, like for instance, the king of coins there. And the jack of the hearts shows a period of abandonment, and the 3 of hearts is a disappointment in love. So it's actually giving you a mini little sample reading and how to clarify it. It's really kind of neat because when you flip them over, all of the suits have some of the old meanings that I look for when I read the playing cards. And if we look at the Ace of Spades there, which can scare a lot of people because they used to say it's the death card. So this one is a card of force, power, and strength. And when it appears in the center of the spread, the force will dominate life. This foretells adventure and danger if not controlled. Use this power wisely. High achievement is possible. And with the court cards, there's a King of Spades. So you would say he's a man of power, maybe domineering, intelligent. And aces, especially the wands, a card of talent and ambition. So when I read playing cards, and I've compiled a book with common meanings that I go to, but if I get stuck, and just for fun sometimes, I'll go back to these because it just gives you a different perspective. So I was really thrilled to get those. And the other one that I put in this little bag, because I don't think it came in a bag when she gave it to me. This one is a 1991 deck put out by A.G. Muller, and it's called the Golden Rider. So I'll put it up here so we can get a look at it. Set that to the side, and we'll zoom in. So this one is quite a treat. And the colors, as it says, are golden. And when it came out, it was called the New Version. And she did have the little original book that came with it. So it did have some instructions there. And you can see printed in 1991 over here. Printed in Switzerland. And this one is all English. So that is special. I mean, I've been very careful with it. It is sort of golden in color itself because it's aged. But it's a treat when you get a deck like this gifted to you, and you can really appreciate it and see people from a different perspective. It's like she opened up to me and say, well, you know, I have one of these in my closet too. Would you like it? Yes, I would. So let's have some fun. There is our Fool. The colors, yes, are vibrant. There is our magician. The typeface they used on it is quite easy to read. Some people may be put off a little bit by the artist's signature there, but I don't mind. And I should show you the backs. Very simple. So that is our High Priestess. I find the drapery cloth much more colorful than normal, and she has a very pleasant, peaceful look on her face. The 3. Now there's a lot of eye makeup on this Empress, which is very interesting. In some of my decks, this tree takes on a very feminine goddess form. It looks quite odd on this one, but you can see the water flow coming down, a hint of her little red sock or shoe. And there is our Emperor. And maybe at the end I'll spread a few out so that you can see how they look in a spread. Now this Pope also looks a bit like a papess with the eyes the way they are drawn. The Lovers. He doesn't look very happy. Even the look from the angel above is like, it'll be okay, don't worry. Our Chariot. I wonder if that you can see some of the, yeah, you see it's got some gold on his breastplate there and on the crown. Quite radiant. Our Strength card. The Hermit. The Wheel. I'm just looking at this character here. His head looks a little bit small. Justice. They must have had to reduce these images quite a lot for the eyes to take on the look that they have. Interesting that the cording here is so bright and white instead of maybe gold. So they're really focusing, I guess, on that. Let's see what he looks like the other way. I really, really like the Death card. I like the fact that the armor has been highlighted with all this silver. "14", the Temperance card. Much more earthy colors here where the irises are. And those wings almost have like a pink glow. The Devil. And again, there's some silver in those wings. 16, the Tower. The face on the one on the left is just spectacular. The Tower, sorry, the Star. I'm looking at her eyes again. I can't believe some of these eyes. She looks like she's got a black eye there. Just so much makeup. the moon. It's nice to have some of the colors you see in the yods up here, down here, in the stones by the water. And these almost look like trees. The sun. And judgment. Looking again at the face. And the fire in the hair. Spectacular. Okay, so we have the world. And into the coins. So there's a nice use of gold in the coin there and on the pathway. And a hint of a mountainscape there. There's our 2. It's neat that we can actually see some of the details on the drawing in the hands. It's the coloring, though, of the bench and the outfits. There's our 4. And here the feet almost disappear into the coins they sit upon. There's our 5. I really like that one too. It's almost like she's disappearing into the snow. The 6. He does have that same elongated look that some of the figures have on the 7 of coins, but a little bit more of the blues and things there. Our 8. Now he has a flash of gold, it looks like, in his hair. Our 9. Even the bird seems to be looking at us. Our 10. The page. Look at the sky on that one, the night. It's really intense. And the green. Our queen. Trying to look at the side of her throne there for details. So it's all silver. And our king. Now his white orb really stands out. Okay, the swords. Look at the bottom there, all the purples and greens and warm colors. Our 2. Now this one really has really nice water background. Our 3. 4. Neat with the line there where the beach on the horizon, the colors. Okay, our 6 of swords. There's our 7. He got a little detailing around his cuffs of his socks there, and his hat and hair. Our 8. Now she definitely looks out in the cold. Stuck. Our 9. I like the pooling of light behind the figure here in the bed. Our 10. Now that is just a rainbow, a riot of color in the background. Wonder if these were oil paintings. Our page. Now she actually has a welcoming look. And she's pointing up to the colors of the sky. The king looks a little sadder. A little bit worrisome. Okay, our wand suit. Loving the colors. Little bits of purple, greens. Our 4. Lots of silver on that castle. 5. Now he looks like a giant there straddling water in this one. Lots of color in his tunic. Our 8. This one seems to have a crown in the distance. I guess it's supposed to be a castle. Our 9. The 10. Contemplative page. Look at the look on that queen's face. And our king. Now his robe is quite nice. And the last suit, the cups. There's our ace. Beautiful 2 of cups. Trying to see what's in her hand. Our 4. That has a nice feel to it. I know it's such a sad, disappointing card, but the skyline. Guess it's almost like a sunset. R6. This one has another great feel to it. I think it's the color around the moon and the gradating colors on the cliffs there. The 9. Great coloring on this page's tunic. Our knight. Our queen. And all her great colors seem to be at her feet. And our king. Really beautiful deck. And it's nice to share it like this because then I get to pause and really take in all the colors of the facial features. It is beautiful. So it is one of those things that I say is a treasure. I'm so thrilled to have it. And, oh yeah, we were going to put out a couple cards. Let's do that. Just so that you can see how they look together. So, if I put out the Empress, and I'll move the camera down in a second here. And maybe the Death card. We'll go like this. And that'll give you a hint of how it's looking as far as a spread goes. And I'll pause and move in. So as you can see, it's quite beautiful together. And I think it brings out even more of the colors. So if you're lucky enough to have this deck or you pursue it, it's called the Golden Rider, and it really is a treat. Thanks everyone, and we'll catch you back here again.